hey, what's going on here? I just
wow,
walked
that's pretty cool. You got video games going on here?
Hey, y'all kids played them Yu-Gi-Mons
You
and
kids got the Fortnite going on?
oh my god.
This is a great Fortnite tournament happening.
Oh my god. Actually, you know what? They have a Mario Party tournament going on out there. I'm actually pretty jealous of. I'm not gonna lie.
The finals of that is actually going to be following up our singles bracket.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a chance we get to commentate that. It's going to be wild.
Yo, make sure you guys stay tuned in for the Mario Party bracket that's going to happen after this. All right, so we're running it back. We're going back to Battlefield here, Cloud versus Rosalina. As we saw before, I particularly kept preaching for the Meta Knight, which did not work. In a very strong fashion, did not work. So opting to continue with the Cloud, hopefully able to get something on Dabuz, maybe get the run back. He did able to get one game, but after that, it was all Dabuz.
Now, I feel like Anti's going to be able to perform very well against Dabuz with his Cloud, but it has to be whatever adaptations that Anti's made since they've last fought and whatever momentum he's riding out from beating Vinny. Because Dabuz was looking really good fighting against Light, but Light just managed to win him out, just barely, mind you.
Yeah, that was definitely in no way, shape, or form a free set. Light had to work for that, and if it went Dabuz's way, it was also a very hard victory that he fought for. But now both of them trying to make their way to Light, and Dabuz looking a little bit scared almost of the approach that is coming in from Anti here. Finally able to get him and force him back off stage, though. All right, Anti once again forcing him back over to the left-hand side. Dabuz trying to find his way back on. Does not get hit by the back air on the roll attempt. And Anti, again, able to just eliminate the Luma from the picture. He's doing a much better job so far in this first game.
Back air from the platform seems like it's going to be a pretty consistent option from Dabuz if Anti opts for those higher recoveries. And I feel like that's going to be an adaptation that we see out of Anti from the set. Just trying to contest, make use of the fact that there's so much space above the stage is going to be his opportunity to really turn the tides of this, and he's managed to take the first stock in the set.
I like the aggressive gameplay coming out from Anti so far. You know, in the last set, we were talking about how reserved he was, empty hopping in front of the Buzz like 5 times, just hoping to get Buzz flinching. He's not opting for that this time around. He's just going in as much as possible, and maybe he might have just looked a little bit at what Light was doing. It's like, okay, Light got punished a few times on the options he went for, but he just kept going for him, and eventually it worked out. And now it's looking like it's starting to work a little bit more in Anti's favor.
I like how Anti's trying to keep this battle as close to the Buzz as he can, trying to just get some sort of reaction, punish it accordingly, whether or not it's jab, it's some sort of smash option, or even in there, if he's positioned right, Cloud can punish these options in the air regardless if Luma is present, and especially while Limit is charged up.
Good defense as well coming in from Anti, just barely able to avoid getting down tilted at the ledge, able to make it back, which could have been easily a stock for Dabuz, and also not getting the kill off the top, Battlefield potentially saving him there. Anti has consistently been removing this Luma from the picture, and Dabuz has not been able to establish the same pressure that he had back in the winter semis.
A bit of a weird pivot grab, but it manages to work out for Dabuz as he takes control of the stage. Not for long, though, as he's waiting to figure out what to do, and instead he's going to eat a Limit Blade Beam for it. Dash attack is going to finish off that Luma, and it's going to once again establish ledge control for Anti.
You know, that's an option that you need to be able to make sure you capitalize on by just throwing out that Limit Blade Beam directly in front like that, and it led to the kill eventually. Just able to get rid of the Luma, force the Buzz into his back seat, trying to find his way back to the front, and it did not matter. That was all the Anti-show right there, and you could see looking a little bit more confident than the way he did at the end of the last one, because he definitely was looking very frustrated. I think he finally got maybe a little bit of a read on what he needs to do.
I mean, I was saying this earlier, man. Anti is so determined for this run back. He fought his way tooth and nail for it, and it wasn't an easy fight. Like, taking out Suarez and Vinny is no easy feat. Yet here we are.
Yeah, he's looking very, very solid here, and obviously, yeah, again, Suarez, like the last Yoshi rep, did a very good job on his run, but Anti showing why he deserves to be back in his top 3 here. You know, super consistent player all around, and against the Buzz, not sure how over the long course of Smash 4's history how successful he was, but he's looking very good so far.
If I remember correctly, Anti has 1 set on the Buzz.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's very, very big in terms of the Buzz's favor, which is a majority of people, to be real, but he's looking like he's getting a much better read so far, playing much more aggressive and not really letting the Buzz get the wall set up that he wants.
Dabuz has kept his pool of losses as a player confined very well. It's always been the top 5 of Smash 4, really, and those who are in New York who have that opportunity. And while those losses are far and few between, they do exist. It's definitely possible. And if Anti keeps up the play that he's been exhibiting now, regardless of this percentage deficit, it's still looking like Anti has the opportunity to win things out.
And that's what I get for complimenting the Anti as well on the gameplay he was putting out before, because all of a sudden that defensive wall play turned to a much more aggressive option select play from Dabuz, and he's been coming out on top pretty much every time. However, no Luma, stuck at the ledge with all this rage. Limit could potentially lead to a bad spot, but he is able to get out of there, avoiding it.
You know, it's kind of crazy. It's like the slow burn of the commentator's curse. You start to talk about how good someone does, and then they just get annihilated. Anti just got evicted from the
sorry, was Anti ever actually at the ledge? Because all I saw was a puff of smoke, and then he was back on stage. That was mean, Dabuz. So Dabuz actually doing a great job, again, of stuffing out the momentum that Anti gets. Anti gets maybe one game worth of momentum. I think that he's starting to get an adjustment, and then he just stops it completely. Dabuz is so strong at being able to really pick apart a lot of people's new decision-making they're making on him mid-set, regardless of unorthodox or strong neutral play.
You had brought up the analogy of chess earlier, and I always like to present a different take on it where it's like Risk, where Dabuz is well aware that he's not going to win every battle he's going to fight. But as long as he keeps his head in the game and he keeps track of how he's losing out those interactions, he can make all of those adjustments just as easily as his opponent can, and he can end up catching them out. A raw up smash out of shield, in fact, being one of those unorthodox options that's going to keep Dabuz in the game.
Yeah, catching him from what looked like the back end of it, too, but we'll take it every time. And the neutral B is actually not going to kill. It's not strong enough at center stage. Able to get rid of Luma, but that's not what Anti needs right now. He needs to be able to seal out the stock, because this is looking very bad. No limit available to him, and Dabuz is doing a great job of keeping him stuck at the ledge.
Anti's been very consistent in how he's trying to utilize Limit Blade Beam to eliminate Luma. It seems to have just the right angle of knockback and just enough damage to set Luma perfectly to die. And even though it didn't kill Rosalina, it definitely gave him the position he needs to land the back air and start to even up this battle.
All right, so this is still very much possible if he could take as little damage as possible. You know, much easier said than done, obviously, but this is one of those games you cannot write off somebody regardless of the large deficit they see, especially on a stage like Town and City. Anti looking like he's getting a little bit more cooking in his favor. Ooh. Rips the side B, but Luma again there to take the hit and keep him stuck just a little bit longer, and Dabuz able to make it back.
But look at this comeback, 73% and counting on Dabuz. And this situation is just going to extend further and further and further. Anti trying to go for the YOLO up smash. It's not going to be enough.
Anti swinging for the fences hard there, hoping for an air dodge center stage. Could have potentially gotten a kill, or at least gave him great stage position. And Anti able to get back in, but gets hit by the jab into the up air. That's going to seal that out, even it back up.
And that's just an even set count right now. That's 1-1. We're going into the game 3. And of course, this is a best of 5 here. It's going to be really, I feel like this back and forth battle is just going to continue on. This could very likely go to a game 5.
I agree. You know, I don't think we're seeing anything other than a game 5 between the two of them, the way that they're playing right now. Obviously, Dabuz ran away with that last one with the 3-0. There was one very solid stock from Anti in that game, and then that was it. Anti looking much better so far in this set. Dabuz able to take that last game, but I think we're going for the long haul here. There's too many good interactions between both of them, and there's a lot of it more aggressive gameplay and confidence coming from Anti. I think potentially he could walk away with this.
Now the even set count, bit of an odd start to the match as Dabuz immediately dives his way downwards. It's an interesting option. I don't know if he went for it on purpose, but immediately bringing the battle to the ledge could bring a different dynamic to the Smashville pick. Because in that aspect, it's almost played like it's Final Destination. If you ignore center stage and you do your best to keep the Smashville platform out of play, all of a sudden, this is just a Final Destination by another name.
Yeah, with less room to work with. And Dabuz, once again, getting stuck at the ledge. I like the fact that, again, regardless of how much damage has been taken, that fair just barely missing. That would have been great for Anti if he could get the sweet spot. Gets him on the anti-air attempt, and the side B is actually going to be enough to kill. Dabuz kind of shaking his head a little bit there. It's like, all right, you know what? I got to remember that for next time. Like, anytime those situations happen, Dabuz immediately puts it in the bank. Like, all right, know that can happen, and I'm not going to let that happen again.
Yo, honestly, it was more great execution than anything else from Anti. It's not often that we get to see just short hop limit cross slash. The short hop there was very important to that because if you notice, the whole character that was drawn covered Luma coming in from the delay and Rosalina jumping from ledge. It was just a full punish on the option from Dabuz.
Honestly, that was just all smart read from Anti there. Like, that's not something that you normally anticipate somebody to do, and he put himself in perfect position ahead of time, but the up smash is going to even things back out.
Now, with things being relatively the same on either side, a little bit of damage onto Rosalina doesn't hurt her in the slightest, and Anti still carrying quite a bit of fervor into this set. I honestly can't tell you which direction this set's going to be going in, Ajax, because at any point, either of these players can just turn up the heat.
It's literally impossible right now to point out who can really just walk away with this, because both of them have had many interactions where it has been all their favor. That is going to be a bad spot for him, sitting on the other side of the animation to get him with the forward smash. But unfortunately, with no Luma there, not enough damage to really send him far enough to get anything out of it. Falling with the nair, going a little bit aggressive for the falling up air, trying to catch Dabuz sleeping, but Dabuz catches him instead.
Like the single jab from Dabuz, trying to bait out some sort of response and just trying to check his movement with these cross slashes. It's all just Anti trying to find a situation to get in, but he's not going to find it just yet. A down air from Dabuz is going to seal that game 3, and the current set count sitting 2-1 in Dabuz's favor. Anti's got one more opportunity to take this. This is tournament life on the line. This determines who fights light in winner's side of grand finals.
You know, occasionally we'll see Dabuz go for those aggressive type options on the side, and he recognized that he had no opportunity to do it. Wait, hold up. Did I hear it?
Oh,
Did I hear it right?
For it. Yes,
I'm pretty sure I just heard it right. So we got no more Cloud to talk about here. We got the Zero Suit Samus coming into play. He's tried the Meta Knight. He's tried the Cloud. None of them were working. We're going to the ZSS. Let's see if Anti can somehow make this run back with these next 2 games in the ZSS, or is Dabuz going to push himself back into grand finals?
Now, this in itself is going to be a difficult match, I feel, for Anti. Just this one game. If he gets this, Game 5 might be very doable for Anti. The reason I say is because he has to make all of his adjustments to Dabuz on a new character. This is a new level of speed that he wasn't bringing to the match previously. And this is an entirely different game plan on how to control the stage. The neutral's the same, but the character that he's piloting gives us a completely different dynamic as to how Anti can challenge Dabuz.
As well as he has a little bit less to worry about on the recovery. You know, as I said before with the Meta Knight, it gave him more room to breathe rather than having to worry without having limit because of the Cloud. But with the ZSS, now he can tether or he could delay a little bit before he decides to afterburner kick his way back up. And, excuse me, just up B. But, you know, Dabuz not really looking too caught off guard by it with that with that excessively long read on the anti-air. This is looking pretty bad for Anti right now. This is the last stock he has available to him. However, we have seen people die much sooner. He does still have ladder available. Doesn't need it, though. He gets the back air and puts himself back in a potential to get him this game.
You know, we've said it time and time again, just this evening alone. Anti's not the type of player who's going to get tilted off of just weak interactions as previous. He's sitting here with a new game plan, and he's managed to even up the playing field despite the up smash from previous being able to net him out in such comical fashion.
You know, all of a sudden, the Anti back in the driver's seat here, just not letting the Buzz land. And that down B to push him just far enough to not get punished. Gets him again on the tech, or excuse me, just a neutral get up on the platform. Anti really starting to cook right now.
Yo, he put the chef's hat on. He's got the apron rolling. He's trying to see what the Zero Suit can bring to the table. And he's doing such a great job of removing Luma from the equation, whether it's using the stun from his neutral B to take out Luma, or just eliminating it through damage.
And just spacing just far enough out with these nairs where he wasn't really able to approach as well, just almost catching him with the neutral B on landing, which could have led to bad position for Dabuz. Not going to work out, though, and good defense fading back on the ledge, not giving him the up air he was looking for. Dabuz forcing him back off stage again. Anti forced to guess it correctly again. Stays back, doesn't get anti-aired.
Excellent patience from Dabuz. Going to opt for a short hop option and reading the jump. It's going to be the up smash from Rosalina that ends the set in a 3-1 for Gravity's Dabuz over Anti.
That is the 4th time that Dabuz across both sets has short hopped in front of him to bait out a cross-up jump that has led to an up smash. It has been a consistent thing that Dabuz has done to people all day. I've been wondering if somebody's going to catch it, but man, is it scary just seeing Dabuz jump at you like that, because you assume, okay, maybe he's going to throw out an up smash directly in front of me, because even if He happens to miss. Luma's still there to keep him protected.
Yep.
Nope, he's been baiting out people to jump out of the corner repeatedly with that option, and it worked yet again for him on that. Able to seal it out. And now we're going to see the run back of the Buzz back in Grand Finals versus Light, who's probably sleeping on top of a couch somewhere right now.
Pretty apt analysis of what Light does in between sets. It sounds like he's moving around.
Or dancing.